I'm going to go over my reasons of marking out these zones for possible sells to the downside, sell down to the demand on a higher time frame. Okay, so this is the area that was left unmitigated. You see this bearish break to the downside leaves out these areas which I'm interested in. My first position should be 10.2 pips. I'm going to watch price as it gets to this point, and if it doesn't go up to the first entry point, I will scale down on lower time frame to look for break short structures to the downside to sell. But I already have this position marked, and I'll be selling from here. Okay, so why am I selling? Yesterday, after the whole CPI news and everything, price started breaking downwards. You see this swing point. First swing point, the high, a break of structure to the downside, creating this bearish leg, goes back up, breaks again to the downside, and we see price printing that bearishness. And but you have to be aware of the higher time frames because your years is pretty much bullish on the daily time frame, and is what price action is doing is taking it back to those areas of demand, which I will show you in a minute. So what happened here? We see the impulsive sell to the upside. People thinking that price is going to go upwards and call it inducement. And we see price break back down with volume to the downside, leaving this imbalance here, which we all know imbalances attract price and price will come back to fill those voids before selling back down. And why I am putting my TP on this at this point, rather, why I'm putting my TP at this point is because I understand the higher time frame structure is very bullish and price can still move upwards. So what I'm saying, let me go straight to the daily time frame. All right, on the daily time frame, what was price doing previously? Just gonna widen this thing for and get rid of this brush tool. And yes, sir, everything is everything is good at this point. Like, what the hell is happening? Okay, so what has price been doing? We see on a daily time frame, price came to the demand zone and started selling off it, protected low, and we made a new higher high based off the daily time frame range. And you see price have been setting out higher high, sorry, the low, the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then you see price correcting itself, consolidating on a daily time frame, pretty much waiting for it to tap this demand and scale up again because we are on an overall bullish push on daily time frame. So that's my reason for selling at these zones. I normally don't take counter trend trades that much. I'm pretty much going to sell down to see price mitigate this other block. Then I'll scale down to on lower time frame to look for inducement accumulation to take price upwards because the trend on a daily time frame is overall bullish. Okay, so like this is the New York session and I'll pretty much wait and see what price does, how it retraces back to my zone Okay, you guys should stay tuned. I'll post more videos as price progresses. Peace.
A few moments later.
Liquidity being grabbed and see price return back to that bearish move, which it has been bearish on 30 minutes for some time. So I had this point unmitigated to trade from, but as you can see, he never got to tap me in and he continued selling down. I would shift my bias to taking a trade from this point, which is more risky because price is already close to the demand zone on the daily time frame. This is already quite risky and it's already 3 o'clock. Still New York session. So I fancy a trade from here. Let's just see how price develops. He will trace me back into the zone and I take a sell down to the demand. Um
2,000 years later.
for an entry. That didn't happen. You see this impulsive sell to the downside. I missed this trade. I was particularly looking at Euro USD instead of GBP USD. And okay, so what I'm going to do now, since price is already in the demand zone which I'm looking to buy from, I'm going to step away from the market and wait for it to pretty much build up in this zone and give me the accumulation phase, then the markup to the top side. I will show you what I'm talking about on the daily time frame. Alright, it's cool. Okay, although the way this candle is moving so impulsively, I will be conservative, very conservative. I'll wait for a confirmation on the lower time frame, and I'm not too eager to rush into any trade on GBP USD. This candle is too impulsive. But aside that, you see price coming back to fuel this area of imbalance, which I marked out on the daily time frame, feeling it tapping into this other block. So what I'm going to wait for on the lower time frame is this to happen. Create some kind of liquidity, clear that liquidity, trap out sellers, trap out buyers at the same time. So yeah, on the lower time frame, this is what I'll be waiting for to see happen at this point of demand. I'll patiently wait for inducements to happen, liquidity grabs. You see areas of equal lows in this case. You see area of equal lows. You see low being printed and being manipulated. And once I see this impulsive break to the upside, I will look for areas of demand from it, other blocks, demand, breaker block, but specifically other blocks. And I'll scaling on the lower time frame to look for trades. Mind you, I don't trade off the daily time frame, but the daily time frame just tells me where price is gonna go overall, what trend price is, because the higher time frame holds the true direction of price. Go to 13 minutes time frame. On Euros did the same thing. Okay, so on EURUSD, as for today, I saw this break of structure also selling down to the demand on a higher time frame. I saw this break of structure, this inducement, C, L, SL, stop loss placed here. We see that